Now your game engine is complete, it's time to start making heaps of levels so that your customers have something to do in the game to keep them occupied. So because this is a level-based game, we're going to make a bunch of levels, and I'm just going to show you through a very basic look at this process, and then you can take it to the next level and make some really cool levels. So what you can see here is a basic level template. So along bottom, 5 is just your ground, 2 is the surface on top of the ground, and then right at the end we have the X's to finish the level. And those are your triggers. If I was to build and run the application as it is, you can see we are just running along an empty level. Okay, let's try adding some scenery. So I'm going to add a few K's here, and remember these are random scenery items. So I run that. There you go, we have some scenery. And this is at random Z positions as well, so they could be in front of you or behind you. Let's add a few boxes. That is done with L, build and run, and there you have a few boxes. What if you now wanted a platform that you can run across? You can add a D, which is a left side piece of a platform, E, which is the platform itself, and an F, which is a right side piece of a platform. So when you build and run, you can see that's a nice neat platform now. Okay, what if we wanted to add our 3 gems for the level? That's just done by using an N. What if you wanted to make a hole for the character to fall down? You can just do that by taking out a section and replacing it with full stops. But when you build and run, you'll notice it looks a little tacky. It's not too bad, but it's not neat. So if I change this to 3 for a top right corner piece, and have 6s down for the right side pieces, then on the opposite side of the hole, we have the opposite pieces for those, so 1 for a left corner piece and 4 for a left piece. When you build and run, now that looks nice and neat. Okay, so that's the raw basics of building your levels. If you have a look down at some of the other levels that I've created for sample, you'll start to pick up on the patterns that you can use to make really good levels. And what I would love to challenge you to do is replace all these tiles, or even just double the amount of tiles, with your own. Come up with new scenery, new block types. Maybe you'll just copy a bunch of them and alter the colours so that they're all like a bluish sort of colour or something like that. Could be anything you want. Just try and change this in a big way, and then come in and build a level from scratch with your own tiles. Just note too that there is a limit to how many levels you'll fit on a page on your level select screen. One thing we haven't done in this lesson is work out a way to progress to a page 2. So I want you to do some research on Google and come up with your own way to handle that. If I was going to give you a little bit of a hint, try in your level select screen having a start index in your instance variables. So it might be starting at level 0 by default. Then when you change to another page, it might start at level 20 or however many forward you need to go. So then when you hit the next page button that you create, you're just going to load the exact same scene, but with a different starting index. And this will be a really simple way to implement another page of levels. If you're still finding this difficult, then let me know in the comments, and I may throw in an extra lesson at some point that shows you exactly how to do this. So, okay, your game is built now. Now it's time to move on to the marketing process, the testing process, and of course, submitting and getting your game out there.